Hi, I'm Ed Brown.
I'm Paul Patillo.
Welcome to Junkyard Florist.
Ed, what are we going to do today? What is this?
That's a new prop I got.
A prop.
It's going to lift what we're doing today to new heights. So when we come back, I'll show you.
Great.
All right.
If it wasn't for the Road to Recovery program, I wouldn't be here. Because there's absolutely no way I could have gotten transportation for my cancer treatments.
It just makes you feel good that you've done something for somebody else.
So I feel relieved. It's something that I don't have to worry and they're going to drop me on time.
It's very uplifting, and I'm very happy that I've been able to drive.
To the people that helped me out, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
The Road to Recovery program needs drivers now. Call 1-800-ACS-2345.
We need a design bowl, but I have something that has been in my family for years.
What, you mean there's different kinds of design bowls?
Oh man, this one's good. This has been, look at this. This has been in my family
This?
for 20 years.
20 years.
At least.
It doesn't look like it is, well, I don't know.
This is gonna make one beautiful Christmas arrangement.
That is.
Yep. This came from a nationwide wire service to us 20 years ago, and we liked the looks of it then, so we kept it around. That doesn't mean that you can't go out and buy a new one, but
They sell these?
something similar, yeah. But
Where would you
this
get
has
it?
been around a craft store or a
Really?
florist shop, yeah.
But I don't get it.
Well, there's other parts to it.
Oh, okay.
Let me show you.
Well, that might make sense.
This
Oh,
goes.
now it's looking more like...
This goes up in here, and it sets up in there. Of course, see, we broke this 20 years ago too. That sits up there. Candle goes inside there, and a lovely flower arrangement down here,
all around it.
all around it.
So you're not going to see this?
When you're done, it will look good.
Oh, now I'm
see?
starting to understand.
And you thought it was just
I couldn't understand. You put flowers in it and, you know.
No, it's going to look good.
Okay.
So, first things first, what do we need to do?
You need to put the oasis in it. That's been
All
soaking.
right. It's how long does this stuff have to soak?
At least a half an hour.
At least. So it will absorb water.
Now, do you also cut this like an inch above?
Yep, see, just
So
like
it's
that's
about- so
almost
that's
perfect.
about perfect in this
Yeah,
particular dish.
I can't believe that's about
So you
perfect.
have a piece for over here.
Yeah, then a
You cut
piece for
that-
the other side.
Okay, you obviously pre-cut this to size.
No, actually, I just pulled it out of here
okay.
and it fit. That was just lucky.
Okay.
I pull out my knife.
You have yours?
I do.
Yeah, because I have mine too. Can't come to work without it.
No, better not. Let's
So now
see.
you cut that to fit on the other side.
Right, cut that to fit over here. See?
That's a little bit higher.
That is. So what do we do? You've got your own knife.
Take the knife,
Trim it.
and you trim it.
Right. Be careful not to cut my
Okay.
fingers.
I'm not going to cut your fingers. So you just trim that.
Right.
Of course, when you're an apprentice, you kind of have to
I would have done the same thing.
do it a
don't
couple
worry.
of times, right?
Yeah, that's perfect. See, it doesn't have to be level.
Doesn't have to be level or anything, because you're not going to see that again,
No,
right?
you're not.
Okay.
All right.
So you
So
got these two pieces.
I pre-cut the greens. I do have a few
Now,
more
do
that I
you put
want to
more
cut.
water in this,
You do.
or
yeah.
do you do that later?
You can put it in now. You can put it in later.
Okay. And that soaks it up to keep the,
It
the
does.
fresh flowers
Yep. Fresh flowers
alive.
alive.
Okay.
Correct. Absorbing water, doing that
Right.
kind of stuff.
Now this is leathering,
Leather
right?
leaf.
Leather
Back to
leaf.
the leather leaf because we used that in, I think, last week's arrangement. Was it last week's arrangement we did?
I'm just trying to study every night. I don't remember.
Fill it in. I've cut
And we
these way ahead
pre-cut
of
it,
time.
right.
See it?
And we go.
While you do that, I'm going to get some water to put in there.
Okay, so this starts out similar to the other.
Just like
things
the other
you
arrangement.
showed me the other day.
That one, see how it's got a double like that?
Yeah.
That I cut that so you can just, boom, put it in there like that. So it covers both sides. It's just the way it is, bud. Just the way it is.
That's what happens when you're an apprentice.
Don't mind my fingers.
So now you put the water in.
Yeah.
But see, I did something that you told me the other day.
What?
This is a little bit bigger. So I'd probably put this up in here.
Right. Perfect.
Right.
You pulled that right out of there. I can't believe you did
And the
that.
smaller pieces would go on the sides.
Right. Just to fill it out, make it look pretty.
Fill it out. So you just kind of all the way around.
Right.
And we keep putting
While we're
this
doing
in.
this, we'll fill it out, and then we'll think about flowers. All right. And,
Now you keep putting this all the way around to fill
Right.
it right out.
mm-hmm. Just keep putting it in there. We're going to put some eucalyptus in
Now
there
this is
eventually.
double.
Yep. Just
So-
stick it right down in there.
Stick that in there.
All right.
And that kind of hides all of the
Yep.
mechanics.
You got it. All right. Let's fill this out and we'll be back in a second, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, let's just put that in there.
So you finished with the
Leather leaf.
leather leaf, and
Yeah.
now this is lemon leaf,
Lemon
right?
leaf, put a couple pieces of that in there.
Okay, and that's to give it variety and different, a different look and everything?
And then this, look.
Now, what's that
You know
called?
what you can do?
What?
I chose to do leather leaf here, and I chose to do lemon leaf, and I chose to do this fern, all right?
Okay, that's a fern.
That's a fern.
Okay.
All right. Now, what you really could do is, this is going to be like a Christmas arrangement.
Right.
You know when you go out and you buy your fresh Christmas tree?
Yeah, every year.
Yeah. And you want to cut it. You know how you cut
Always
it?
have to trim it.
Well, when you trim it, you could use, instead of the leather leaf and stuff, you could use the bottom of the tree and put it
So
in
you
here.
could take your Christmas tree and build this.
Absolutely.
Really?
Instead of,
So you would take the bigger branches and cut it off like the smaller pieces,
yeah,
right?
Mhm.
And stick those in.
absolutely. Instead of
Oh,
this
wow,
leather
that's-
leaf.
That's a nice idea. So
So-
along with trimming the tree, you could then come and make this arrangement.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And
I bet you do that.
we do. It's a little bit more special that way because it's come right out of your tree.
Right.
The tree you've just bought,
Smells good too.
and it smells wonderful.
Yeah.
And it's something you did, which gives it a little bit more.
So you say you get a similar holder to this at maybe a craft store or something? Or
Yeah.
Would they know what I was talking about if I went in and...
Hurricane lamp, all right?
Yeah.
This is called a hurricane globe.
Okay.
Now, the hurricane globe is part of this arrangement way back when. It may or may not necessarily have this whole setup, but I'm pretty sure you could probably find somebody
Get
that
something
has
similar
something.
to it.
Yeah,
And this is one of the design dishes. So there's different
Absolutely.
kinds
See
of
how
design
that
dishes.
looks?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that gives it a real, and we're not even close to done. We're
We're
gonna put
not.
some bows in there.
Bows.
You know, like we did in the other
You made those
centerpiece.
again? Okay, now these are different. These are
Christmassy.
This is Christmassy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So once again, you take the bows
yeah. Put it in there,
and you'd stick it in.
right?
Now you probably want to keep that up
Up,
close to
ah,
here.
see, that's why I
Right.
put the globe in,
Okay, now if we're going to do this symmetrically,
right?
we would put that,
Perfect.
There.
And then one more,
and then one more. So symmetrically, and again, it's an odd number.
right? 3, 5, 7. Perfect. Perfect. That looks nice. That looks very nice. Now, I've chose this time to use mini carnations.
Oh, I love carnations.
I do too.
I love
Red and white are traditionally Christmas.
Christmas, yeah, red and white.
Right? Traditionally Christmas.
Santa Claus. What color is the suit?
That's right,
Red
red
and
and
white.
white. But
Okay.
I do want to put a little bit of eucalyptus in this just to give it a flavor.
Okay, now, again, you're using fresh greens,
Dried,
dried,
Yeah.
So you're making a combination?
Absolutely. You can buy this fresh also.
You can buy that fresh. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's probably what the koala bears eat, the fresh
Yeah,
stuff, right? Not
they
the
don't eat
dry-
this dry
yeah.
stuff.
Well,
They probably this time of the year, being
Yeah.
Christmas and all that, around Christmas season, this is more plentiful in the florist industry.
talking about the
The
fresh.
fresh stuff.
Okay.
More plentiful. See, that just
Yeah, I
adds
like
kind of flavor to that.
So you're using a different color eucalyptus than we've
Rather
done
than
in
the
fall.
brown.
In a fall arrangement, you use the brown.
Right.
And in the Christmassy arrangement, this is kind of a greenish blue.
Yeah,
I don't know what color
exactly.
you call it, but
Yeah. Just kind of filling it in, making it look kind of nice, you know.
yeah.
Giving it a little accent. It doesn't have to be a lot of this stuff. Doesn't have to be.
Now you cut that again different sizes.
Yeah.
You've got some long
Yeah.
ones and then some
Short
smaller ones.
Hmm.
So
And
you
then-
kind of fill it out from the sides, and
Yeah,
then the
just-
smaller ones is a filler.
That's all. Just put it in there so it looks like it's growing. I think I need one in front though.
Okay.
I think I need one right, not that long, but I'm gonna put that in there that long so I can cut it down.
So you can put it in and trim it once it's in there if you.
Look at how I'm pushing up through.
I see that.
It didn't even hit the
Didn't go
styrofoam.
in there, okay.
Didn't even hit it. Our
The
Oasis.
Don't be trying to trick me again. It's Oasis.
That's right.
Wet,
Wet.
not dry.
That's no good, is it?
I don't. Is this a trick question again? It's not where I would have put it.
Where would you have put it?
Well, I wouldn't have put it there.
Where would you put
I think
that?
it's too long.
Awesome.
I think it's too long.
Where would you put that?
First, you got to cut it from an end.
Right?
Now,
You don't
if
think
I
it's still
remember
too-
from the other times you told me, I take some of this off because it's easy to stick in.
That's right. See?
Right?
Teach.
Now,
teach.
if you do this, I would probably bring it. Now, I don't know if this is right,
That looks pretty good,
but
actually.
kind of there, and then I'd take one and do the same thing on the other side.
We've got a little one there, see it?
Right. Okay.
All right. So we probably should put another one
Either
someplace.
that, or I could trim that.
Well, if you want to. You really don't. It's not.
You don't think so? Okay.
Nah, it's not 100% necessary. See, it looks pretty nice. There's really no rhyme or reason to.
So, see, and I see one here.
Yeah.
Now, would you put
You've
something?
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's set symmetrically correct.
So you don't want to touch it.
I think it's fine.
Okay.
We need to put the carnations in it.
It's carnation, so you have to obviously unwrap them.
Yep.
I can do that.
Why don't we,
Now, do you have to trim these up?
yeah, why don't we trim these up?
So you're going to take.
See, this is what, when you buy these in the florist industry,
Right.
they come what's called dry pack. They've never been in water.
Never.
Never. They're just cut straight from the vine and shipped.
And they stay alive.
And they stay alive because they then seal.
The ends seal up.
Right. So then when you get them, you cut them, put them in water, and they drink up water, and it should be a good 30 minutes to an hour
To let them get
to
the
let
water
them get
back
the
up,
water up.
which
And-
you've already done.
Right. But some of them, as you can see, let's look. Oh, that's all. Oh, those are beautiful. Look at. But see this one here?
Yep.
That didn't open. There is a trick in the florist industry
To open
to
those?
open them. Take your finger and just gently fluff it.
Magic trick.
See how that opened right
Yeah,
up?
I did. Oh, that's pretty neat. So you could do the same thing with something like up there.
Yeah. See that little one? You dry it. Gotta hold it there. Yeah, right there.
Did you say dry it or try it?
Try it. See it? See how you open that right up?
Absolutely.
And that becomes a full flower then.
So then you just kind of. It's pretty strong. That's pretty sturdy. I was
Yeah, they
afraid
are.
at first.
You
when
thought
I
you were
was pushing
gonna
on it,
pull
I
that
thought I was
off.
going to pull it off,
Yeah.
but you don't.
Flowers are pretty strong.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I thought when I was, I started out really easy, but
No, you don't have
didn't
to.
knock anything off at all.
See how that pulled right off?
I do, yeah.
On many carnations, they're all grown on like knuckles.
Knuckles.
See them? They look like little knuckles. Like
So they pull right apart
they
there.
pull right apart pretty easily. All right? And this one,
Oh, you're right. It does. Look at that.
yeah, see? You cut the end and you make it,
Now, I was just going to ask you, these buds here,
yeah,
You leave
I'd leave
those
them.
on.
No, don't take them off.
'Cause it kinda fills out and-
Kind of adds flavor.
no, will those ever blossom or just?
No.
They won't, okay.
No, they'll
At
never
this point,
blossom.
but it adds something to it, doesn't it?
It gives it a little flavor. You know how you...
Fills it out, and
Yeah.
other than just having a single stem in there. Well,
Now-
it is, but
See, that looks like a nice cluster of flowers, But I want a large one like that. See how there's a large one there? There, perfect. See, and I just break that knuckle off right there. See, that's almost like that.
Very similar.
And,
Symmetrically, you put it on the other side.
yep, just to line up.
So you cut that
I cut that at an
at an
angle.
angle.
Put this over here.
And there's two reasons for that.
One, to put it into the oasis very easily.
And it drinks up water better.
It does drink up water.
And that, so when they've sealed, after you put them in the water for a half hour, an hour, okay, that keeps them hydrated.
It really does.
Okay.
Now, you're gonna have to, I think, we're gonna need something in the front, right here, like so. Then we're gonna need another one. See, this is where you have fun. This is where you just use your imagination, you just start going
where you
at
wanna
it.
put
You know, just put, like, that's not bad. You know, just put it in there, make it look interesting. I'm gonna let you go at it. But first, we'll be back in a minute, all right?
This is a trick.
No, we'll be right back.
First you tell me symmetrical, and then you tell me just stick them in anywhere.
This is the fun part. These are mini carnations that look good.
I'm not sure, but okay.
When we come back,
All
we'll
right.
show you.
Okay.
Good job, Paul. But
So-
if you counted these,
Yeah.
you'd
Wait,
find an odd
1,
number.
2,
And you
3,
just threw them in there.
5, 6, 7, 8. How'd that happen?
Because it's symmetrically correct by looking at it.
So the odd numbers, it just comes
It
around.
just makes its way around.
So you do the same thing with a white?
We're going to do that
Are
right
you
now.
going to use the same number of white?
Nope. You're just
You're
going
not.
to, well, you may not, depending on how it fills out. You're just going to take it.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
We put bows in here.
Yep, we did.
Could you put other stuff on there?
Absolutely.
Like what?
Pine cones.
Pine cones.
Yep, you could put, instead of pulling bows out of there,
Could you use both?
you could use both. You could put apples.
So you could actually, if you want to, put a small pine cone right in the bow.
Yep, you could.
If you wanted to.
Yeah.
You could use apples.
You could use apples if you grapes. You could put anything you want in there for fruit, depending
One
on.
thing, it was Christmas. I like the bows, the pine cones. I
Pine
see a lot
cones
of
would
that.
look nice.
That's nice, yeah.
Or you could just put a different candy stripe bowl. You could put candy
Right.
canes in here.
I'm learning.
Uh-huh.
I like snow, the color white.
Yeah.
Would you ever put something like baby's breath in there?
Yep, absolutely.
Can you do that?
You could accent it, but we're going to accent
With
it
the
with
white's
these.
going to do that, okay.
All right, see, I'm just going to put that right in there like that. Every place where you think there's a hole,
You fill up.
don't count the flowers you're putting in, but put them in. You understand what I'm saying? And we're going to see if this comes out symmetrically correct.
We're going to do that.
All right? So you fill
I
it
see.
out.
There's a bow right there. There's a spot right there.
Yeah, you got to cut that a little. Yeah. Oh, you got it
I'm
in.
gonna stick-
Yeah, you stuck it. Okay.
Yeah. Just going to push it,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
Now, you take these.
Mm-hmm.
This is nice. And at the knuckle.
Yep. Look. It's real simple. See right here. You just pull.
This pulls away. See, I'm going to put this back over here.
Like so. All right. Break it at the knuckle.
Break it at the knuckle. This one's
Cut
a little
it.
bit too long.
Yeah. Cut it.
You
Always
at
cut it at an angle.
Right?
All right. Put it in there.
And let's see, the spot right.
Too close to the
Too
flowers.
close.
It needs to go right in here. Perfect.
It's close to that one. I guess it's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's looking good. How many we got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Amazing, isn't it?
Wow.
It's almost done, wouldn't you say? You could probably put another one
I'm
right
not gonna-
there, but
I'm
you
not
don't
gonna
have
s-
to.
Well, that would make 6, and you have to,
No, you could put another one here if you wanted to. I mean,
Well, what do you
could
wanna
put
do?
one there. I think it's done.
okay, then
I
it's
think it
done.
looks pretty nice.
Okay,
You could fill that in with baby's breath if you wanted to,
you could.
okay?
Do we have any?
Yeah, we've got the dry.
Oh, I like the white, I like the fresh,
Well, then let's not, okay?
because I like the white color.
Or we could fill that in with some of that status.
Really?
Some purple status would look good in there.
You think so?
It would highlight the colors.
Do you want to try a little?
Can if you want. Let me see if we got some. I know we always have
We
purple
have status everywhere,
We do. It's hanging around everywhere, always.
all kinds of it. All right. Now, there's something missing.
Yep, there is.
I can't figure out what it is
Do you
yet.
think that's right? Or do you think that would be right?
I don't know. Which,
See? How you going to do it? Let's put the purple in. I think the purple highlights
Really?
everything.
what was the name of this again?
Status.
Status.
Right.
And this is the one you have to trim the,
You got to trim the ends, cut it at an angle, make sure it drinks. That. And when you put it in there, you got to make sure the bud's up. This bud's for you.
the buds up.
The bud's up. See it?
Yep.
All right.
I do see it. So once again, cut
What is
it,
Yeah.
and you trim this off.
Right.
So you have to have a little knife or something to. Okay. I'm putting mine in the back because that's where I was trained to put it.
Yeah, out of the way so nobody could see it.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead, you do the front end. It's okay. I understand.
Out of the way.
I understand.
I didn't touch that pole either.
Touch what?
So let's finish this up and we'll come back and I'll show you a few other things. All right?
There's more.
Yeah, there's one more step and I'll show you when we come back. All right?
What's that?
I'll show you when we come back. Okay, that should finish it up right there.
Status really brought out the colors, didn't it?
I'm telling you, that's a good accent flower. It really is.
They smell great.
They do. One more step. All right, let me get this red candle. This red candle's pretty important for this arrangement, see?
I see that.
Not going to be that high though, bud.
How's it not going to be that high?
Well, we're going to trim it.
Trim the candle.
Yep.
Like trimming the tree. And
Like trimming the tree, trim the candle. All right. Thank you, boss.
No problem. Makes it easier.
I'd cut that down about an inch.
Okay.
Maybe a little less.
So that
Yeah.
it doesn't stick quite as far out.
Right.
Above.
It's not that difficult. Just cut it. See, they're not ready. They're white,
I
sprayed.
never looked at that before.
Sprayed.
I thought it was red all the way through. Yeah, I learned something new today.
They're all just spray painted or spray dyed on
On
it.
the out, they dip them probably,
Yeah.
right?
Dip them in a probably a red wax on the outer base, and dyed wax. Pull that all off. Get that down. See? Boom. Then put that right in there. See it?
Beautiful.
Try to get it
What a
even.
nice centerpiece.
And then let's check all the sides to make sure that
Turn around, make sure everything's
it all looks good.
looks really nice.
Put that back in there the way it should. You can actually add hot glue to that to stick it in there,
To keep it from
keep it from moving.
moving around. Yeah.
Yep.
Let me go through this on my head because I'm
Okay,
learning here, right? I want
recap.
to make sure. Okay. You take the design bowl or
Right.
dish, which was different this time. You had me kind of messed up with that.
Mm-hmm.
You take your Oasis, it's soaked for half an hour, again.
At least a half hour.
At least a half hour, you put it in there, put a little more water on it.
Right.
Right? Then again, you start with your base, which is the greens.
Right.
Right? You put your leather in.
Right.
Leather, what's the?
Leather leaf.
Leather leaf, right. I keep calling it leather. Leather leaf. Then you put the lemon leaves in.
Lemon leaf.
Right?
Right.
We put a little bit of fern in, but you said you
Right.
could take your Christmas tree, when you get your tree, trim it and use those.
Use that instead of this,
Right,
if you
had
wanted
a
to.
spruce tree or whatever
Yep,
it was, and that would be nice.
absolutely.
After we put in that, we put the bows in.
Right.
Right?
Those were there.
Those went in, those were wired and stuck in.
Right.
After that,
You can buy those
you
pre-made,
combine, well, that's probably what I would do.
or you can use pine cones
That's right,
instead of the
pine
bows.
cones. Yep,
Okay.
that would be nice too.
All right.
Then you took the red carnations,
Mm-hmm.
and at the knuckles, now the flowers first though, you said when you buy them, you cut those at an angle, stick them in the water for at least half an hour, probably an hour would be better to soak up the water.
When you buy them in the florist shop, they're
Right.
probably already done though.
They are.
Yeah, you don't have to do
But if you
that.
bought them at a local,
If you bought them if you got lucky enough to go into a wholesaler,
Yeah.
sometimes the wholesalers will sell to you.
Yeah.
Then you'd have to water them
so they
up.
would be dried.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you take those, you put the red ones in,
Mm-hmm.
and again, symmetrically, but odd numbers is what it turns out.
Right.
Then you take the white and you put that in,
Mm-hmm.
and then we took this
Status. Right.
and we put that in, finished that all up,
Right.
and then we took the candle, and you cut the candle, because before it was about like up to this high, and you don't want it
Right.
quite that high.
Not quite that
So you
high.
cut that down, you put the candle in,
Mm-hmm.
and you've got a beautiful centerpiece for a
For
Christmas centerpiece.
centerpiece.
And how long will this last, Ed?
That should last a good 2 weeks, maybe even longer if you keep
Yep.
it watered. and-
Keep it watered. So
It
when you
should be
water it,
fine.
you can,
Yeah.
that's absolutely gorgeous.
I'm excited to do a Christmas show. Let's
Me
do a
too.
Christmas show.
What would you do?
We'll make a wreath, we'll make a swag, and we'll make
A
a
swag, a wreath?
garland. We'll make some
can
garland.
make garland?
Yeah,
Really?
absolutely.
I always buy it.
I don't know. I'll show you how to make it next
Beautiful.
time.
All right. Sounds good.
See you then.
All right.